What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flame078 and this is Perspective Gaming here with another Apex Legends video. And today's video is going to be a very interesting one. It's been about almost 2 weeks in the making, and today we are talking about Season 6 of Apex Legends, the launch, the review of the changes, really breaking down from, a casual perspective, from someone who's coming home from a long day of work. What do these changes really mean? Is the outrage that we saw in the first couple of days justified? Let's have a conversation about it. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Season 6 has been out almost for 2 weeks now at the release of this video. I actually made a video talking about, literally the outrage the streamer community was having. See the thumbnail on screen and check a link in the cards and description box down below if you just want to capture my initial thoughts of that. But that's not what this video is about. We are talking and breaking down everything that Season 6 has brought to the table, the good, the bad, the ugly. So, let's just jump in with the good stuff that I like, the things that I enjoy of Season 6 so far. 2 weeks in, really letting things settle in without kind of going over the edge. So the first thing that I really did like is the map changes to World's Edge. World's Edge, I think, there were a lot of open spaces, and the way they designed the changes and the point of interest that they introduced make World's Edge really fresh. I always thought that the change for Season 4 for World's Edge was really good. I like that, but this one's even better than that. So I think they're really getting the hang of doing subtle changes to an existing map, and I think that speaks to what we can expect in the future. Even if new maps are not coming in all the time, we can expect good things when they decide, hey, we're gonna change this map now, and that's what we're gonna do. So I think overall that was a really good change. Another thing that I really did enjoy was the crafting system. The crafting system, I think, is one of the best things that allows a variety of different playstyles and accommodates more people than what Apex was used to. Apex usually has been like, all right, you're the aggro hot drop player, or the let me avoid fights as much as possible until I feel ready. I think the crafting system allows you to kind of play in the middle. And sorry about that. And what I mean by that is it allows you for a little bit of both, right? So it removes some RNG aspects by providing us some items that are, we may like to get on our own, get the materials we need, craft the gun, the longbow, the wingman, a prowler fully kitted. It allows you to control, like, all right, I want to play with this weapon, that's what I'm going to do. So it allows that kind of flexibility, but it doesn't, promote, campiness for all playstyles. It's just there if you really want to take advantage of that. And I think that is super important and very crucial for changes to be like that. So, be a nice have for some, but not a requirement, right? And I'm going to touch about that in a little bit, but those are the two really big changes that I really did enjoy off the gate. Like, I honestly don't have any complaints about these two changes. Now let's talk about, the okay changes, the ones that are not great, but they're also not bad either. They kind of just land in the middle for me. And that is the new Legend Rampart with her minigun Sheila. I think Rampart is a nice, colorful addition. Her lore is really cool. I like what direction she can bring to the story, and I think that they've always been, Respawn has always been really good with that. But when it comes to viability, I think she's also pretty good in, pubs, but as a ranked player, I really was expecting she would be more, I guess, useful in a way. But, she's very situational, which I think it makes sense. A lot of people were scared, and I was definitely scared that she didn't have, enough countermeasures with her shields and her turret, that, she could just lock down a place. And though that is true, but, the one thing that Rampart needs to kind of get there is time. So if you're, pushing a Rampart team and you just don't give her the time to properly set up, you're going to have a good time, countering her. And there are also very other ways that she can get countered. Crypto, caustic, where there are a variety of different things that you could do to off balance the power that she has with her minigun and her shield. So I think overall, I'm actually was happy that she released in such a balanced state. But, you know, I was left hoping that she would be a meta changer, you know, in the ranked scene, and, you know, seeing top players use a different lineup of legends in the highest of plays. So I don't think she's there yet. I think she definitely needs a little bit of tweaks in that regard. But, you know, it's all good. She came out really good, and that's what matters. So I think that's why she's in the middle for me. The other change for me that, you know, I was super excited for, and something that I talked about, is the Evo shields being the only shields in the game. You know, I was asking for this. I was super excited for this. This is one of the changes that I think makes Apex Legends fresh. But the reason it's still kind of in the middle for me is with their introduction, the TTK, the time to kill, was also changed as well. And I'm still have a little bit of mixed feelings about that. So that's why this specific change is a little bit of a mixed bag. Evo shields by themselves is a great addition. Being able to determine your health by your actions is super cool. I wish it was, you know, only and then you can just level it up, but I love the fact that they did allow Evo shields to be dropped on the map. I think, again, encompasses, you know, the 3 different play styles: super aggro, kind of middle tier, and then, you know, the very defensive casual, you know, avoid fights at all costs, because, you know, it still gives all of them a chance to get, when you're in the final circle, to be where they need to be. Whether you find, you know, purple shields off the ground, you level yours up after a couple of fights, or, you know, use a crafting system to get that extra boost. Either way, you know, armor is such a less of a stress thing for me in this season, and I really much enjoy that. But we need to talk about the time to kill and how that really changes Apex Legends. For me, you know, I said this in the previous video, but I never did mind the original time to kill. I thought it was one of the things that made Apex Legends unique, but also, like, it was just something that everyone enjoyed trying to get better at. The fights felt fluid. You were allowed multiple chances of escape and engagement, and that dynamic was just really good in my opinion. So when they did change it, it seemed like you know, it seemed very unnecessary. Though it's not terrible. I know a lot of people are upset with it, but, you know, I think that touches on with some other changes. But you know, it's okay. It's not bad. It does kind of suck though. Like, you get the drop on you. The chances of you surviving is pretty hard now. You know, taking a good long look, like, at my engagements, like, if I get someone dropped on me, it'll be very hard, even with my movements, even with my abilities, to kind of get out of there, or turn around and try to fight back. It becomes very difficult. So I can see the frustrations of, like, not having that opportunity to determine your own success in a fight, and it really just comes down to who shot first. And, you know, that kind of leaves a sour taste for you know, engagement. So that's why I'm, like, a little bit I don't know. If they made the Evo shield change with the original time to kill, I think we would have been in a sweet spot. But, you know, that's not really the big issue. The thing at release that was really frustrating was the complete shift to energy meta, from, you know, the light meta that we were used to, which in part I think is a great thing. I love being able to use different weapons and not determine, you know, what people are going to do. But, you know, the energy class weapons have always been super strong, and even with the new gun, the Volt, it's still the same thing. You know, they're very, very strong in that regard. So, you know, I can see the frustrations fighting them. Like, if you're not rocking a Volt, a Havoc, or a Devotion, like, what are you doing, really? But, you know, I also was in the mindset that the Devo should be left as a care package, even though I understood and understand why it's on the floor. Sheila's passive, sorry, I keep calling her Sheila. Rampart's passive, you know, is an LMG specialist, so giving her more weapons to use her abilities for makes sense. But the Devo was never really fixed from prior to the care package day, so it was just overall a super strong weapon that just, like, I don't know, it's not good. It wasn't it wasn't fun fighting against a Devo during these last couple of weeks. But the devs, and the one, positive things about this is the devs have quickly addressed this, and they're going to be quickly addressing other things as we go throughout the season, which I think is something to take note of. And really, please keep in mind that even though we can complain and shout out the win, like Rain Day Gaming has said, like, we got to understand that how the development cycle works, and things are going to change for the better. The devs listened. The respawn change for the Devo, where they spawn and how they spawn, really addressed a lot of the things. I haven't really seen a lot of Devos, in my encounters in my recent games. I mean, you can still find them, obviously, but I think those tweaks will help short term, and I'm hoping they get full on, real changes for the long term. But that's what we should expect, But it's just weird, like 2 weeks in, season 6 doesn't have that oomph launch for me as season 5 did, for sure. I think it's a little bit different, but it's not a bad season at all, and I think I'm really looking forward to what we're about for the rest of the season in terms of the quest, in terms of the events. Hopefully it's a little bit less dry than season 5, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm always the type of person, and this channel is gonna strive to make content that sees all angles and just promotes conversation and promotes the well-being of this game that I very much enjoy to this day. So if you guys liked what I said, you guys have any feedback or comments of your experience so far in these 2 weeks of season 6, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is really much it for me. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys want more. I also stream on twitch.tv flame078 during the week, so please make sure to come check out as I try to make content live for you all. But that's it for me. Thank you guys again. Have a great one. My name is flame078. This is Perspective Gaming, and until next time, adios.